students, how are you? I hope you all are well and healthy at your homes. Today children, today we are going to understand lesson 2 of English Bal Bharati of standard 5. So come along, let's begin. We all have dreams in the night. Some of our dreams we'll remember vividly. Most often we forget our dreams as soon as we wake up. We also dream for our future, that is, what we want to be when we grow up. Sometimes during the day, our mind wanders away when we have nothing to do or we are going to bore to routine activities. These are called daydreams. So come along children, let's read and understand an amusing story on daydreams. Daydreams. Once there lived a couple who spent a lot of time in ideal talk. Now what do you mean by couple, the word couple? Couple means two of the same kind. Now here in this lesson it means an husband and a wife. So once there lived a couple who spent a lot of time in ideal talk. Ideal means having no activity. So they would say ideally, that is doing no activity and sit and talk. One day, the husband said, I have always wanted to keep cows. If by chance I get some extra money from somewhere, I am going to buy a few cows. Now, here they don't have any money. The husband is just dreaming that if by chance, that is, he doesn't have from anywhere, if by chance I get some extra money from somewhere. Again, he is thinking that somewhere from I get some money. He doesn't know from where, from whom. So then he says, if I get some money, I am going to buy a few cows. Now here, remember children, he is saying a few cows, not one cow, two cow, but a few cows. We should know that a cow costs a lot of money, and so buying a few cows means having lot of money. Here he doesn't have any money and he wants to buy a few cows. Now look at this picture. That is how these two couples sat and they would whole day do ideal talks. That is said and dream. Let's continue. But that means a lot of work. You have to feed the cow, walk them, bathe them. Bathe them means give them a bath. Milk them. Cows needs a lot of looking after. One cow will be enough. There is no need to buy more cows, said the wife. Now children, although all those have pets may know that you have pets, it takes a lot of efforts to take care of them. You have to do everything for them. You have to feed them, bathe them, take them for walks, isn't it? So here also the wife is thinking like that. If we have so many cows, how we are going to look after them? The husband says, but now think of all the milk we'll get if we buy more, said the husband. So the husband is trying to make the wife reason out. See, if we have more cows, means we have more milk. The wife says, yes, that's true. The wife agreed with the husband. There will be so much milk that we can have plenty of dahi and butter and ghee. Wouldn't it be lovely? How lucky that I have all these earthen pots kept aside. Earthen pots means pots made of mud. So she remembered her earthen pots. Actually, she said, we are so lucky we had a lot earthen pots. This is the wife says how she used these pots. I will use one of pots for milk, one for dahi, one for butter. And she says the ghee I'll put in another jar. So she doesn't want to use the earthen pot for the ghee. So she says I use another pot. So all this planning they are making if they have cows. and I'll use these remaining pot to send milk to my sister. So here even she plans that one little pot she will give to her sister. Now here the husband is saying, send milk to your sister? Who said you could send milk to your sister? So he is angry about it. Now the wife is saying, there will be plenty of milk if we have so many cows. Why shouldn't I send it to my sister? The wife is getting irritating. She said, why shouldn't I send it my sister? There. So the husband says, because we are going to sell it in the market. That's why. So what is the reason he is telling? Why shouldn't give it to her sister? That all the extra milk we can sell it in the market. And he says, I will decide what to do with all that milk. And now not a drop of it goes to your sister, remember. Now he angrily retorts. He says, I am going to sell all this milk in the market. And dare you, if you give any of it, not a drop go to your sister. Now the wife is getting angry. She retorts back, I'll see how you can stop me from sending a pot full of milk to my dear sister. I do all the hard work running after the cows, so naturally I will decide what happens to the milk. Just try stopping me, the wife exclaimed. See here, remember children, they don't have any cows, they do not have any milk, but here they are arguing about something they do not have. And here the wife is saying, I am doing all the hard work running after the cows. Okay, they are sitting on this little cot and just dreaming and arguing about nothing at all. Let's continue. Is that so? Shouted the husband. Watch this then. What did he do? He began to lift and smash the earthen pots one by one. His wife began to scream. Now he took the earthen pots and smashed them on the floor. The earthen pots made of the mud. They are going to break. So the wife began to scream. And why do you think the wife screamed? She is wondering what is wrong with my husband. Why he is breaking this earthen pot, and we need them for the milk. Just then Gopal Bhatt, who was passing by, heard all the commotion. Commotion means noisy disturbance. So he heard all this commotion and rushed inside. He was wondering what is happening over here. When he heard what had happened, he picked up, oh my God, he picked up a stout stick. Stout means a short, small stick that stood in a corner, and he began to swish it through the air. Swish means just move it about in the air, and pound it on the floor. Pound means repeatedly strike. Okay, so he's striking the stick on the floor. The husband and wife were both astonished to see the sticks. Astonished means astonished. They are surprised to see these antics. Antics means funny actions. They are wondering what is wrong with Gopal. Why is doing all these things? What happened? So they both inquired, what are you doing? They wanted to know, what is he doing? Why is he taking the stick and moving it about and pounding it on the floor? Now Gopal Bhatt said, move aside. I have to drive away your greedy cows. Drive away means take away cows out of this place. I have to drive away your greedy cows. You have let them wander, and now they have ruined my field of beans and cucumbers. Wander means just move about without any purpose. So these cows had entered his field. Okay, and ruined. The word ruined means destroyed. He says, Gopal Bhatt says, your cows are entered in my field and now they have destroyed my field of beans and cucumbers. Oh, my lovely field of beans and cucumbers. Now, children, is there any field? Are there any cows? Are there any beans and cucumbers? No. So, why is Gopal Bhatt acting like this? Let's find out. So, here the husband says, but you don't have a field of beans and cucumbers, said the husband. As soon as he said that, Gopal Bhatt stopped wielding the stick. Wielding means moving it about. He stopped what he was doing. He stopped wielding the stick and looked at them with raised eyebrows. Raised eyebrows means he put his eyebrows up, giving expressions. That do you all now understand what you all doing? The husband and wife understood what he was trying to tell them. Can you tell what he wanted to say? So, I hope you all have understood. Thank you. Bye bye. Take care.